What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I'm going to talk about the Crysis Remaster, what's going on with it. And really, that is the question. Where is it? What's going on with it? When are we getting it? You know, all of those questions I want to talk about in this video. Now, really quickly, before I get started, I want to promote our Discord server, especially because if you guys are watching this, you may be new to the channel. Maybe you don't watch some of the other videos, but we do have a Discord server. The link for it will be in the description below if you guys want to check it out. Really awesome group of people there. We have gaming nights. We have movie nights. We have people there that are willing to talk about just about anything with you. So again, if you have not yet checked it out, it'll be in the description below. Now, I'm very excited for Crysis, okay? I have played the Crysis games. I really like them. You know, we had a whole kind of an arc, like a story arc going on when this was being announced. You know, is this a brand new, is this like Crysis 4? What could this mean for future Crysis games? What could this mean for remastering the other games? Which again, from what we have heard from them, it sounds like this could be a thing like maybe even with the Mafia trilogy where you buy a thing, or even like the Master Chief Collection, you buy a product and it comes with the first game remastered, and then eventually they'll add the other ones, maybe they'll add multiplayer, and then, you know, and then we can talk about the possibility of a fourth game. The thing is, this game was, and my God, I'm recording this Friday, so this video comes up Monday. I really hope something randomly doesn't just happen over the weekend, because that would really destroy this video, but we heard about this game April 16th, I believe, was the teaser for this video, for this game, and we've gotten no deep dive. Nobody's played it. Nobody's seen it. We don't know. You know, I'm sure it looks amazing. I mean, really, Crysis, those games still look amazing to this day, but we haven't seen gameplay of what this is. All we know is that it was supposed to come out, or still is supposed to come out, in the summer. Now, summer in the gaming vocabulary is most of the time between June and August, okay? We're already done with June. It can't come out in June anymore, right? So we're really looking at July and August, and you know, I've talked about this before in the past, and I have been proven right, too, by the way, where even a game like this, okay, it's a smaller-ish game, even though, honestly, I wouldn't even argue this is a small game, because although, again, it is a remaster of one game, it definitely sounds like it's going to be okay, you buy a $60 product, and then we're going to add to it over time. You know what I mean? So it actually isn't like some small deal. You know what I mean? It's a big deal kind of game. I've talked about this with Destroy All Humans. I've talked about this with SpongeBob. I talk about this a lot with games that don't have release dates as we get close to the window that they're supposed to release in. You have to give them time, okay? Pre-orders aren't everything, but pre-orders do mean a lot to developers. And again, even a game like this, pre-orders isn't everything. You also just need to get it out there that it's coming, okay? Now, again, the game is announced. People know it exists. People on the internet knows it exists, but there's nothing else about it. Again, no gameplay, no story trailer. And again, I mean, we know the game, I mean, because we've played the game, but no, like, story trailer, no, like, deep dive thing, no extended look, no nothing. And I like secrecy at times. I think some games deserve secrecy over others, and I'm not even saying like this isn't a game that deserves it. I think we all expect this to be a very good product, but the thing is, again, we're 1 month done. We haven't seen this game in over 2 months. It's been like 2.5 months since we've seen this game. What we did see was a teaser, and here we are at the end of June going into early July. If the game's coming out in the summer, I mean, I think at this point it needs to kind of be August or like late August, because you have to you can't just say this game comes out 2 weeks from now. You know what I mean? Tomorrow they can't come out and say, hey, Crysis comes out like July 10th. They can't do that, because it doesn't give people enough time. Again, pre-orders do mean something, but even on top of that, you have to have it be out there in the world for people to know that it exists. And again, yes, the teaser trailer is out. We know it exists, but get people's hands on it. Get some more trailers out there. Get some gameplay out there. Get us a little bit more information, because again, we don't really, I mean, people are assuming that that's how it's going to work, again, like the Master Chief kind of thing, but we don't know for sure. They haven't really talked about it. They haven't set a price. They haven't said if this is part of, you know, for sure. I mean, they've talked about that they want to do the other games, but they haven't said like, okay, confirmed, it's going to come out, you're going to be able to play Crysis 1 on it, and then we're going to patch in Crysis 2 and 3 as time goes on. They haven't said that officially. They haven't talked about that. So these are all things that they do need to talk about. They need to show us, because we're in the summer. It's already in the summer. Now, again, technically, like June 20th, June 21st, that's when summer officially starts, but June is a summer month in terms of gaming. June, July, August. Once it gets into September, that's the fall. This is a game I think can work really, really well in the summer, but as we've seen, and you know, I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying like, oh my God, I'm going to hold this against them. Obviously, things have happened. We've seen like the game Little Hope from Supermassive Games. That was delayed. It was supposed to come out this summer. That was pushed to the fall now because of what happened around the world, right? Slowed down development. So it's very possible that that happened. But, you know, a transparency I think is important. Honestly, I think it really is important. And honesty, I mean, if the game was supposed to come out, say, July, and all this stuff happened and they can't get in, you know, they just can't finish it in time, and now it has to come out like maybe they're expecting like October or November, just come out and say, hey, the game's been delayed. And you know what? It would be delayed, by the way, because this is an example. I've gone on record saying it is possible for games to be delayed without them telling you or without them giving you a release date. You know what I mean? I think that's absolutely happened in the past. But this is a game that they said summer. So if it got delayed, if they come out and they say, okay, this is a fall game now, that means it was pushed. You know what I mean? But again, just kind of be honest with us, because as time goes on, honestly, I wish I knew who, because I would give you credit. But when I was live streaming a couple days ago, I was live streaming SpongeBob. Somebody asked me, hey, Alex, are you excited? I think they asked me about it, or they asked me if I was excited about the Crysis Remastered, and I was like, holy Jesus, I forgot about this game. I covered this game actually a lot on this channel and on my second channel, as again, like it was, because remember, it was like a lead up. It was like the week before the Twitter was active again. People thought, hey, could it be Crysis 4? Is it the whole thing? Is it a remake? You know what I mean? Like everything was going crazy. I mean, I loved it. I love talking about it. I love these games. I think these games are awesome. I've talked about my experiences, especially with the multiplayer of these games. I adore the multiplayer. So obviously this game won't come with it, or, you know, this entire thing wouldn't come with it. But, you know, I really do want to play this. So I am excited for it. I just couldn't believe, you know, when that person said that in the live stream, I was like, oh my God, I forgot this game existed. And I just typed it into Google. I was looking around, seeing if anything happened. Nothing's happened. But, you know, if that's me, someone who's on the internet, somebody who checks gaming news daily, someone who goes on like 10, 15 different sites, follows all these different people on Twitter to try and make sure I don't miss anything, from Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, you know, the big ones, but then also smaller companies too. I mean, I really try to be up to date with everything, and I forgot it. So imagine other people, you know what I mean? I mean, maybe like die-hard Crysis fans. Those people, I'm sure, you know, haven't forgotten. But anybody outside of that, which again, when you make a remaster, remake, when you bring a game back, you do want people. You want the people that played the original to buy it, that's for sure, but you also want more than just that, right? You want to try to bring it to a brand new audience. If I forgot it, I'm sure a lot of other people forgot about it. So that is worrying. That is something they need to get out there and talk about. The game's technically still supposed to come out probably within the next 2 months. Now, do I think that can happen? Honestly, it's becoming less and less likely every single day. Could it still come out in August? I think that's possible. I think it's also likely. It's also likely, though, that it's got pushed maybe to like September, October. I think that's also likely. But again, I just kind of want to hear from it. And also, I mean, come on. They announced in August. They announced in April. They say it's coming out in the summer. You know they've got gameplay. You know they've got other things that they probably could show us. If the game has been pushed, even if it hasn't, you think they would show us something by now. You know what I mean? I just feel like that's kind of a mistake on Crytek's part that they're not doing that. But we'll have to see. I'm excited for it. I'm going to be getting it day one. I want to play the first game. I want to play especially 2 and 3. I mean, I really, really love 2 and 3. Again, I love the multiplayer. Hopefully, they can put in some sort of multiplayer mode at some point. They've kind of hinted at that. They've talked about that, but I really want to see that. But I really do. I really want to play Crysis. I want this game to come out. I'm just a little worried that it's kind of like gotten away from them for some reason, even though they're the ones making it. But guys, let me know in the comments below. What do you think? What's going on with this game? When do you think it's going to kind of come back out? When do you think they'll release it? All these questions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed to this YouTube channel, Podcast Now. Hit the bell icon so you guys know when all these videos go up. And like I've said, I mean, I've covered this game before. I'm covering it now. I do want to cover it. So as we get closer, once we get the release date, once the game comes out, there'll be loads of videos on this channel about the game, okay? I really do love this franchise, and I want to cover it here. So thank you guys so much for watching again. I hope to see you all for future videos.